Hello, everybody. Welcome to the third episode of the Bagel with me, you know me, and Owen, you should know him. And this is the third episode. You know what they say: first time, shame on me; second time, shame on you; and third time, strike out. So,
Thank you for that. All right. So what do you want to talk about?
I guess well, let's first go into what's happening in 2 days. 2 days from now, you guys will already know the outcome of this situation. But
God.
the Bengals play the Chiefs, and to my other viewers, the who plays who? The Rams play the
Your other viewers.
the Rams play
San Francisco.
oh yeah, that team. And everyone's talking about Rams versus Chiefs, I see as a big prediction between a lot of people, and Bengals versus Rams. 49ers are getting things in here with the Bengals, but not really. Everyone's kind of scrapped them off.
I think the 49ers are going to win.
Really?
Yeah.
Garoppolo is... I think he's one of my... I really like Garoppolo, but I don't know. I don't really think he'll...
He's exactly what Trent Dilfer was for the Ravens. You know how he won so many games, but his stats were terrible?
Yeah.
I'm not saying Garoppolo is terrible. I'm saying that, like, he's just a winner. Like, even when he was traded to San Francisco... Like, he started off 5-0 when they were like 0-6 or something, and then and then he got hurt, and they were like, "All right, we got C.J. Beathard."
Yeah, C.J. Beathard's like, I don't know. And
Bobby Beathard's my grandpa.
Yeah, Iowa. But yeah, I think the Super Bowl this year, it can either suck, it can either be meh, and it can either be okay.
That's how it is every year.
I don't think it's gonna be a great game. I think everyone's gonna be like, "Oh my God, these two teams are in the Super Bowl," and then what's gonna happen is gonna be like a boring game. It's gonna win like, I don't know, a field goal or something. Everyone's gonna be like, "That was the worst Super Bowl ever."
That's what because people get mad. Whenever their team's not in, they complain.
Yeah,
which is for most teams.
Yeah, like the Bills.
Yeah, exactly.
But
I noticed also the last couple weeks, whenever we talk about the Bengals, I kind of skim past it real quick because I don't want to talk about it, and it's worked out. But I don't want to talk about it again. So.
I mean, this is the only chance because I'm gonna stop talking about football when Super Bowl's over.
Yeah, that's true. I'm very proud that we've got this far, and it was beyond expectation to make it to the AFC Championship game, let alone make the playoffs.
Yeah. So you're set for the next 31 years.
I'm not set for the next 31 years. I'd like to win a Super Bowl in the next 6 years because our lease at the stadium's up, and people were talking about relocation.
Oh.
So if we win a Super Bowl in that time, then we're probably not going to move. So that's good.
Yeah. I could actually see Cincinnati moving out of state.
Yeah.
Because they're kind of that smaller market team.
Mm-hmm. Like St. Louis, like how they moved. They have a small market team, but they moved to LA.
Yeah, so. And I don't know where the Bengals would really go. What's a city that doesn't have a football team that would make a lot of money?
They could go like 30 minutes south to Louisville.
Who lives in Louisville? Bobby Petrino? That's the only guy I know that lives in Louisville.
It's the most populous city in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah. Kentucky's not even a big state. I'm talking like...
No, we're not doing the math again. We did that last week.
I'm just talking about like, in the U.S., a bigger city than Louisville. Anything big... Cincinnati's not even that big. So
yeah, but it's the third biggest city in Ohio.
Yeah, that's a big accomplishment. Like, where else could you go?
You can go to Allentown, Pennsylvania.
Well, and then Billy Joel's gonna walk in and be like, "Oh, I love this song," and kick him out. I think
I love this song. He wouldn't say that about his own song.
I'm lukewarm on the song. Oregon could use a team. The Eugene Ducks and
no. Why Eugene?
Well, he's a very good character on Johnny
Mr.
Test.
Krabs.
No.
Yeah, right.
Very good character on Mr. Krabs. The spinoff.
It should have been the spinoff instead of the Patrick Star show.
What is poor SpongeBob's been tainted, molested, and everything. Poor show is it needs to be taken out and just shot in the
Well,
back.
he does have a lot of holes, so
yeah.
that's actually the SpongeBob was supposed to be the prequel to Holes, starring Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah.
LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf.
As his parents call him.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think. Well, Holes was a great movie. We could talk about that. Holes like
Transcended time.
Yeah. What was like an iconic childhood movie that you haven't seen in a while, and it's just kind of like I don't know. It's kind of like you always watched it as a kid. It was always on as a kid.
I'll give
somehow.
you 3.
Are you giving me 3? I'm asking. 3.
Oh, I'll give you 3.
What?
The Iron Giant. Ready?
All right.
Treasure Planet.
All right.
And Over the Hedge.
Okay. 2 of those I love.
What?
I don't like Treasure.
Treasure Planet.
Treasure. I don't.
You never heard of Treasure Planet?
I've heard. I don't.
Disney kind of treated it like shit. It was its own. It was its own project. It was their own project, but they didn't treat it very well because like it's like a mix of CGI and animation, and it was done really well, but it was overlooked because it came out the same year.
Oh,
It came out the same year as Harry Potter, and Harry Potter kind of took.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, Treasure Planet.
I thought it was Atlantis.
No.
The Lost Empire. Atlantis.
That's a different one. That was also overlooked. Treasure Planet is what it's called.
Okay, because I've seen Atlantis, but it's the same characters. Oh no, it isn't. It's not. Yeah, Atlantis is one of my favorites. I don't think I have. No, I've seen Treasure Planet because of that pirate dude. I remember the scene on the boat.
Yeah.
Atlantis. I love Atlantis. But yeah, Atlantis was I think came out after Treasure Planet.
I thought it was before. Wasn't it in the 90s?
Late 90s.
Yeah,
maybe early 2000s.
Planet was 02.
Yeah, 02. Where is Atlantis at?
But we can agree on Over the Hedge and Iron Giant, though.
Well, yeah, that's good. I probably have to see Treasure Planet again at some point. No,
we can watch that tonight.
Atlantis did come out in the 2000s. It came out in 2001. It just came out barely, not even a year before. Languages used in it was Atlantean.
Yeah.
Atlantean language.
The people of Georgia are really speaking of a storm.
Yeah. There we go. Like, there could be other states that could have new teams.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Like what?
A state that doesn't have a team.
Oh.
St. Louis could get a team again.
Yeah, but Missouri already has a team.
Yeah, a team.
Yeah, a team.
I think every state has a team.
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah.
Virginia.
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Yeah. They all have teams.
No, they don't.
Yeah. The Gamecocks, Razorbacks.
Okay. Name the Kentucky team.
The Kentucky team. I don't know. That could be the Colonels or whatever.
What? Colonel Sanders comes on the field. That's that's literally a commercial. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. He's like, put me in, coach.
Or
he's the coach. I don't know.
Alabama.
Nah. People in Alabama don't watch sports.
Mm.
Kidding me?
I'm not kidding you.
People in Alabama, they probably don't watch anything. They probably sit and watch like corn grow.
Corn grow? That's Nebraska.
Oh, they sit and watch corn grow.
Yeah.
Alabamians
watch. I don't know.
Fox News or something.
Probably.
But yeah, that's it.
All right.
What else we could talk about? Gaming, the gaming industry, that's crap. Where do you think that's gonna go?
No, it's gonna go more crap. Don't think it's gonna get better.
Yeah. I mean, how do you feel about Microsoft buying Activision Blizzard, the people that molest people, that company?
Well, that's everybody. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm indifferent towards it.
All right. I mean, they could literally. I looked. Microsoft has so much deep pocket money that they could literally buy Nintendo and Sony.
Yeah.
They could just buy up the competition. Obviously that'd be illegal.
But legal at the same time.
Yeah. Because I mean, Google's making gaming consoles, and Microsoft doesn't own that.
Remember KFC, the KFC console?
Yeah. I wonder who won that.
I'm not sure.
Because it was like a giveaway. I wonder who won that.
I think Colonel Sanders won it himself from the grave.
That's cheating. Oh, you win your
No,
own
like,
fraud.
He's underground and like he heard rumblings above the ground and then he like peeked his head out and he's like, "Oh, I'll take it." And he's like, "There's our winner right there."
Also, zombies are proven to exist.
No, they don't exist. I was just
figment of our imagination. It wasn't real.
No, Walking Dead's all a farce.
Yeah, Walking Dead sucks now. Walking Dead, it was like that show. You watch like first few seasons, you're like, this is a cool concept. You know, like we don't really see zombies in a serious light, and they did it well. And you kind of like you're like, well, how did the zombies become a thing? It's based off a comic book.
Yeah.
And
the comic book was good.
Yeah, the comic was good too. And the comic ended before the show. The show is running past the comic and it changed so much random stuff.
Yeah.
It's
yeah, Daryl Earnhardt Jr. or whatever.
Yeah. Dale Earnhardt Jr. is he's an overrated racer.
Really?
Yeah, he's an overrated racer.
Who is that one guy that you hate? That I don't mind that much.
I don't know.
Something Logano.
Oh yeah, Kyle Logano or something.
Something like that. I don't like.
I don't mind him
that much.
He's a young douchebag driver.
Yeah, he's like the Justin Tucker of NASCAR.
Yeah, no one likes Justin Tucker.
He went to Texas.
I don't think Justin Tucker's that a dick or young. He's old now.
Well, no, he also sings in opera.
Does he?
Yeah. Did you see the video? He was like, "Whoa."
No, I did not see the video. That's why I'm asking.
Oh, sorry. Didn't explain that very well.
But yeah, NASCAR's a weird sport.
It's not even a sport. There's no ball involved.
So a ball has to be.
Yes.
So hockey's not a sport.
Oh.
Because there's a puck.
Field hockey.
So field hockey's a sport, but actual hockey's not a sport.
No, hockey's a spoof of field hockey. So they count it as a sport.
A spoof?
Yeah.
So it's like a movie spoof?
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
Or, you could also argue that air hockey's a sport. Like, the thing in arcades.
But that's not a ball either.
Yeah, but it's a spoof off of field hockey.
Yeah, okay. Make sure I have to see the original for it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's a sport that's like super popular and you don't understand why?
Soccer.
Yeah. Soccer is weird. Like people kill each other over soccer in European countries. It's like, why are you gonna kill each other over a stupid ball? And it's like, the names of the teams make no sense. Like Chelsea versus like Winston Churchill's team.
Winston Churchill's team. The Winston
like,
Churchill Football Club.
And they say club. Why is it a club? It's not like you go in a club and you're like...
It means different things over there. They like a club for us is like...
A club.
Not for them though. They call it like... Tea time. I don't know.
Tea time.
Yeah.
Tea time with Tommy.
Yeah. Thomas the Train.
Why don't we get some crumpets with tea? Yeah, England is objectively meh. It's meh. I think there's better countries out there.
Well, you could say that about every country. I feel like there's better countries out there than every country.
Not China.
Oh, it's the best country in the world.
This podcast is brought to you by the Chinese government. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And to all our friends in China, we'll send for a cab.
We'll send for a cab. The Bobcat cab?
Yeah.
Sponsored by China.
Yes.
Okay.
And Ohio University. Not to be mistaken with University of Ohio.
Not to be mistaken with the Bobcats.
Which is a terrible university.
Yeah.
Comedians. We haven't talked about that.
We can talk about comedians?
Yeah, I was watching a lot of Norm Macdonald and Don Rickles. Those are two comedians I've been watching a lot of recently. I really like... Their comedy styles are so interesting, where it's like... Because Norm is very Norm, and Don is very Don Rickles. Where some comedians will, like, copy from other comedians, or you can tell, like...
They're just original, is what you mean?
Yeah. Like, you think or hear their voice, you instantly know who they are.
I also think, like, Jerry Seinfeld's original as well, just because his voice.
Yeah, but he's like a dick.
Yeah.
He's not, like,
I agree,
comedic.
100%.
He's not like he's like a funny dick, I guess. He's because I don't know, he's so he kind of has the right at this point to kind of be a dick though, because I mean you make the greatest show of all time.
Well, you are what you eat, right?
Yeah. and you make the greatest show of all time in Seinfeld. So I think like
Oh yeah, I kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit. I didn't really give a good answer because I remember last week we were like, "What's your favorite show?" And I think I said like MASH or some shit. But MASH was good for its time. I don't think it's my favorite show.
yeah.
No, Cheers is my favorite show of all
There we
time.
go.
It's just like 20 years later.
I remember when I was like really young, like a child, and I'd watch Cheers on like AMC on like in the morning before like school.
Oh, in the movie theater.
Yeah. And I don't know, it was like so weird because like I remember my mom was like, "Oh, you like Cheers?" You're like, "I love Cheers," like growing up. And I was like, "Oh, this is a cool show." Like no one talks about Cheers anymore. Cheers used to be like that show. Like everyone was like,
That's So Raven.
yeah, everyone's like Cheers. Now people don't even say That's So Raven anymore. It's sad.
That's So Raven is the modern day Cheers.
Yeah. Cheers was neglected. Now That's So Raven is losing its stride. Maybe everyone will say like, I don't know, Pair of Kings.
Dude, yeah, I'm telling you, Pair of Kings is probably gonna be more slept on than That's So Raven and
Yeah, it's like 20 years.
yeah.
Corey in the House is just sad now because I love Corey, and he's in jail
Well, yeah.
for weird stuff. I don't know. I think he's. I forget who said it. It was like John Tron, maybe not. It was like Aaron or something from Game Grumps. They like said like I always saw Corey as like a child.
Oh yeah.
You know, we see him in Corey in the House. He's always like a teenager. I always see him as a teenager. So
Corey
it's
from That's So Raven.
yeah. So it's weird to see him getting in trouble. You know, with like this stuff with underage people. It's like you are a kid.
Yeah.
So what are you getting arrested for? Maybe that's what he thought too. He's like, wait, I'm a kid.
Yeah, I'm still That's So Raven. So this is
You're like,
okay.
no, you're like a 40-year-old man. Go to jail.
He's not 40.
Might as well be. Have you seen what prison's done to him? Like
Everything
everything on him.
He should have really taken a page out of Alan Alda's book
Yeah.
from MASH.
Yeah. Yeah. But
He's probably one of the funniest actors of all time. Also, Alan Alda.
oh, I thought you were talking about Corey.
No, he's a real snooze fest.
Snooze fest. Yeah, the dad in Corey in the House really made that show.
Yeah, and the president.
Yeah, that was Mitt Romney. That was literally Mitt Romney.
Really Mitt Romney?
It had to be based off of him because
I mean, it was probably.
it was in 2008 when Obama was running, and the dude it has a red tie. He literally looks like Mitt Romney.
I don't think it was Mitt Romney.
But he literally acts like him. He was like, Mormon, I love Utah.
No,
I was like, what?
Didn't it come out in 2006? So it was George Bush.
I think it was like 2006 to 2008. I thought it was just 2008, just the year 2008.
No, I don't know.
I
I know Jason Dolley was in that show, and Jason Dolley's a pretty good actor.
Yeah, Jason Dolley
He's in Hatching Pete.
Didn't he get DUI?
Good luck. No, that was Mitchell Musso.
Oh.
They were both in Hatching Pete, though.
Oh, it was 2007. So yeah, when Obama was, give or take, like saying I'm running, and Mitt Romney is like I'm running, so it counts.
Mitt Romney like counted it. He's like, I'm running since you're running. No, Mitt Romney didn't even run in 2007. It was 2012.
Yeah.
You're thinking of that one guy.
Mitchell Musso.
Yeah, Mitchell Musso, who was an 18-year-old at the time, ran for president.
John McCain.
Yeah, John McCain.
John McCain ran.
Yeah, John McCain.
Yeah, he was a sleaze bag.
We're not in the first episode. We're not getting very political.
Yeah.
John McCain was a sleaze.
It's not political.
Well,
you could be a sleaze bag and a great politician.
Okay,
but he was a terrible politician.
I'll give you that.
Yeah. What else? Yeah.
Why don't you tell the folks about your jacket?
That I'm wearing?
Yeah.
That's a weird thing.
I'm just like staring at it.
We're talking about attire here?
Yeah.
I'm wearing a Day to Remember jacket, if anyone knows that band. If
they don't, could you explain?
If Brooks is watching this, I think that was in his top 5 of Spotify. He likes that band.
Shout out to Brooks.
I like that band. It's one of my favorite bands of all time.
Are you creeping on him? I know this is in your top 5 for Spotify.
Creeping on him?
Yeah.
You don't need to creep on someone to find their top 5. Everyone like posted it.
Oh, well, I don't.
You posted it. You posted the Billy Joel thing.
Yeah, I posted it, but I don't pay attention to other people's.
Wow. Glad to see where your priorities go.
No, I'm being genuine when I mean that I do pay
not care for others.
I'm being genuine when I say I actually pay attention to other people's listenings.
Listenings?
So, yeah, like that one guy that we know, Grayson or whatever.
Grayson.
It's like MCR or something, right?
Yeah, I love MCR. My
There you
Chemical
go.
Romance.
See, I
It's
pay
my favorite
attention.
band of all
I
time.
pay attention. No, I wasn't talking about yours.
Oh wow!
I was talking about
Okay.
Grayson's. It's like MCR and
Green Day.
Yeah, there you go. Green Day. What was the other one? There's one more.
Was there?
I don't know. You know, Crush 40. I'll just say it was Crush 40.
Crush 40.
Yeah.
I don't even know what Crush 40 is.
Sonic bullshit.
Oh, Sonic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was with Grayson earlier, who may or may not be a guest. We don't know. It's undetermined. You guys
He's
can
not
check
gonna
the
be a
listing.
guest. He's not a guest ever.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
sorry.
But,
not sorry.
I mean,
I don't apologize.
We don't know. Owen doesn't make the show listening. The person that uploads this, they only know.
His name's Timmy Turner.
Yeah.
And he said that he told me firsthand that he hates that Grayson guy. And he does not want him in an episode.
And
so we're putting him in an episode.
Yeah,
is
and
what
Bimmy Burner
is
too.
exactly what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Is that we're putting him in an episode. So.
Where were we?
A Day to Remember.
A Day to Remember. Great band. It's early 2000s rock band.
Oh.
And I think anyone that likes that kind of music, check it out. It's just rock.
And if you
Can
don't,
be.
then don't check it out.
Yeah, you're just schmo if you don't like them. But it's, you're also a schmo if you like them. So you're a lose-lose loser.
Haha.
Ha ha.
Haha.
Ha ha.
All right, that's enough.
All right, what else? What can we talk about? It's been a pretty uneventful week. I'm not it's not anything crazy until late next month.
What's crazy next month? Your birthday?
No. Arizona.
You're going to Arizona on your birthday?
No. The day after my birthday.
Really? The
Yeah.
28th?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, me and a friend of mine,
We'll call him...
his name
No.
rhymes with Bim Rallen.
No, we'll call him Tim Allen.
Yeah, we'll call him Tim Allen. We're going to Chicago first.
And then Puerto Rico.
Yeah, maybe. We're going to Chicago first. And we're gonna drive there. We're gonna drive.
You're driving all the way to Puerto Rico?
No.
It's gonna be a tough drive.
We're gonna drive to Chicago first, and we're gonna drive there.
Okay.
So when we drive there, we're gonna stop in Chicago, and
Catch a Bulls game?
No,
Oh.
but we're gonna go to Bullwinkle's.
Oh.
Shout out to local companies.
The Bulls.
Yeah. But we're gonna go to Chicago.
All right.
And we're gonna go there for a day. We're gonna do some things, and then we're gonna go to Missouri.
Why?
Because we have to cut through there. We're not gonna go through Iowa.
Why not?
Because it's stupid.
Why?
Stupid.
Alright.
We're going through Missouri. I don't know if we're stopping anywhere in Missouri. Probably for the night. And then we're gonna cut through Kansas.
Why?
Because I've never been to Kansas before.
Really?
Yep.
It's all
And
right.
we're gonna cut through
Hit or
Kansas. Probably stop somewhere.
Topeka's all right.
I don't know. I don't know what's in Kansas.
Wichita.
Then we're gonna go
But Wichita
to
State sucks, though.
Colorado. We're gonna stop in Denver. Probably
Really?
a day or two, maybe.
Do some weed.
Yeah.
Colorado.
Yeah. And then go to New Mexico and then Arizona. And if it's a 2-week trip, we're going to California. And
That's a weird way to go.
California, Nevada, and Utah. But yeah. We wanted to go a different way because everyone's been to Texas. I mean, everyone in the world's been to Texas.
Except for George Bush.
Yeah. Never visited Texas. Crazy. You can run a country, but you can't run a lemonade stand, is what he used to say.
Well, he could walk to his local restaurant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His local restaurant. George Bush was a weird president. He did 9/11. It was a tragedy. He did a lot of things besides that. But I think that's the only thing he did that's kind of notable. That's it. I think Bill Clinton was better than George Bush.
Really?
Yeah, Bill Clinton was probably a better guy to hang around.
Really?
Yeah, because he was like, "Oh, what's up?
Don't know if I agree with
You
that.
want to hang out with Monica or something?" Yeah, sure.
I feel like they're both alright to hang around.
Yeah, maybe. Um, yeah, one of them's gonna, blow it out of proportion. The other one's just gonna get in trouble with the secretary.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And then the president before Bill Clinton was just, an absolute sleazebag.
Bush.
Like, that guy did not know a nickel from a penny. Like,
But he
couldn't
knew
tell.
a penny from a dime.
Yep.
And that's the important thing.
And that's what cost him our taxes.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, we're gonna lower taxes." And he's like, "What's a nickel?" And then everyone was like, "You're an idiot."
What about the president before Bush?
He was all right.
That's Bill Clinton, of course.
Yeah. What if we had a president that like came back to life?
Well, that's not going to happen because, that's fictional nonsense.
It's fictional nonsense.
Yeah.
So what's fiction and what's fake? You think God's fiction or fake?
I'm not getting into religion.
You're not getting into religion?
Nope.
Well, you always talk about religion, and I remember what you said about God before. You were like, man,
If there's one thing I'm not getting into, it's religion. Ever.
You don't really get in religion.
I don't think I've ever talked to you about religion.
Get out
like
of
even
religion.
off the record.
Yeah, I think we talked about it a little bit actually. Religion's funny. I like learning about religion.
It's funny.
Yeah, it's entertaining. You get a laugh. Here too. It's a funny religion.
Yeah, and billions have died over it in the past 1,000, 2,000 years.
I don't know about billions. Probably like a few hundred.
A few hundred billion.
Nah, a few hundred people. I mean, maybe a few animals too.
People.
Yeah, if we could see that.
Well, we can't see. We're Ray Charles.
Yeah, Ray Charles was actually blind, where Stevie Wonder is just legally blind.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
Did you know that Trixie Tanner, that voice actress, is blind from Fairly Odd Parents? And she read in Braille.
Really?
Really random, but...
Huh. I wonder how that worked in the recording studio.
Well, clearly it worked fine.
You think that they just left, like, the lights off? When they were just like, oh, yeah, just sitting there, we'll conserve power, and they turned the lights off and just left her in there. She was like, duh. So, I don't know. But, yeah, I guess we can talk about 3 episodes already of the show that we're doing currently.
Yeah.
Come on, Numbrain.
Why would we
stay up the par?
Why would we want to talk about our own show?
Because that's what everyone does. What Seinfeld does. Literally named the show after him. Which is weird, by the way. It's a show that has Jerry Seinfeld. He plays himself. But it has all his friends that are actors that play characters.
Yeah.
It's a weird mindset. And he didn't even make the show.
It's like
Larry
Drake and
David
Josh.
made the show.
It's like Drake and Josh.
Yeah. But they had different last names.
Drake and Josh are playing themselves.
So it's not exactly like that. Because they had different last names.
Well, it's like Zoe 101.
Where, yeah, her last name is 101.
It's Brooks, but yeah.
You know, Zoe 101 and James Bond had a movie together?
And Cher Grandpa.
Yep. 007, 101, and Cher's grandpa.
Yeah.
Cher had a... Wait, which Cher?
The singer.
Oh.
Yeah.
I wonder what happened to Cher.
She fell off.
Oh. A mountain?
No, not a mountain. The stage.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's a singer, not
but
a
she
mountain
doesn't
climber.
perform anymore, so how did she fall off a stage?
Very carefully.
Oh, okay. She was careful about it. She's like, I'm going to fall off, but...
She just leaned over and...
Passed this kidney
She was
stone.
trying to pick up a donkey for her dead grandpa, but her grandpa was dead, and she realized that last second. She's like, oh, I shouldn't be picking this up. And by then it was too late, and she fell off.
That's why you don't bring donkeys to a concert.
Why not? Because what I just said?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you already provided all the evidence.
Thank you.
Yeah, honestly, I don't really know what the hell to really talk about. I don't... What's going on?
And Holden is not one to not talk about something. He's talking all the time.
What?
He's like Donkey from Shrek.
What?
Yeah.
You're Donkey from Shrek.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. That's not gonna make sense. But...
No, this makes sense.
Yeah, it's kind of just randomness. And this is the point of the show. Let's talk about random stuff. That's how a podcast works.
Yeah.
You don't, like, indiscriminately listen to it. You like do something else while you listen to it. That's how a podcast works.
Yeah, like right now, this like one person who's listening to this is jerking off right now. And he's listening to our voices. First of all, you're a sick freak if you're listening to our voices while you're jerking off.
So does he like climax like when the video ends? Is he like waiting? He's like,
if this goes for another hour, that's pretty impressive.
That is bravo. That is impressive.
Yeah.
You should consider doing an industry in adult film. Have you ever noticed that? Why is when it's adult, like, so how come a comedian has said this? How come like when it's in like an adult car, or it's not, no one says an adult car, no one says like an adult toy because everyone thinks, oh, it's like erotic, it's like a dildo or some shit. You can't say that. No one's like, oh, you want an adult toy, and you're like, what the fuck's wrong with you? You think I want a dildo? But no, it's like it can't mean like a race car or like.
No, because
you know anything else?
Kids play with race cars.
So
you could say like the grown-up version of a race car, I guess. Like
what? The grown-up version
like
of
a monster truck that like
going on Blu-ray.
I'm just saying the example you used is what kids play with. You could have said like this monster truck is an adult.
Kids don't drive race cars.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
Or I did when I was a kid.
So what is? It doesn't make sense. Why? Who made the term like adult has to be erotic?
I don't know. John Stamos? You're like what?
That could be possible. John Stamos is one of the few men that
named John in the world.
Majority of people from the U.S. would date.
Really?
In fact, yes.
Except for
Bob Saget.
No, he's dead.
Yeah, but still his dead body. People dig it up and go. You know. I think that's called necrophilia though. But you know that's illegal. And
no, that's a necromorph.
Oh yeah, Necromorph. Dead Space. Oh, great video game series.
The third one is hit or miss.
Yeah, the third one's kind of
The first one is alright.
First two are great.
I really like the second one.
Yeah, the second one's great. I love the second one. But yeah, it's usually how it goes with series though. It's like the first one is like either great or it's like you could build off of it, and the second one is either like the magnum opus, like best one, or it's it starts to dip. Yeah, like Attack of the Clones or some shit. And then third one, it could be like
good or bad.
Yeah, third one is either like the greatest.
So let me get this straight. You said the same exact thing for the second one that you said the third one. It could be good or bad for both of them.
A second one, like as in bad, I mean forgettable. Like a third one, if it's bad, you're like, oh, that was shit, and you remember it. Second one is like that was bad, but you forget about it. You're like Attack of the Clones. What the heck is that? What is that? Don Rickles or something?
No, you're thinking of. Never mind.
But I think it's objectively like the second one will be forgettable.
Forgettable, huh?
And the third one will be like, okay, it's so bad, and then you go watch the second one, you're like, oh my god. I don't know what series that is, but.
Can you repeat that?
What?
What you just said.
No.
Please.
No.
I need it.
No.
I didn't hear.
No.
I can't hear.
No.
I'm deaf.
All right.
Okay.
I'm not gonna repeat shit. If you want to get something repeated, just watch the fucking video when it's over with.
I can't watch it because I listen to it.
Because you're blind.
No, I just said I'm deaf.
I'm soberization. But
soberization.
Yeah.
You're sober.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah. 9 months sober, out the womb.
Out the womb. Your mom was drinking while she was pregnant with
you? Yeah, probably.
I'm sorry.
What are you sorry about?
I'm sorry, I never apologize.
I think drinking and smoking while you're pregnant is absolutely okay.
Unless
you, I don't know, wear spandex a lot. I think it's absolutely okay. I think it's like, if you do something else, like if you eat bad, it's absolutely okay.
Mm.
If you like don't take care of yourself, it's absolutely okay. You know what I mean?
No.
Like, what I'm saying is like, you're like, I should really work out, but you don't. Yeah. Is that okay?
I'm fine with it.
See? It's absolutely okay. It's the state we have to live in.
Well, we're not living in a state. We're Canadian.
Oh, yeah. Oh. No wonder this show is better than any average show.
True.
Canadian
shows are better than American shows.
Yeah, so that's Joe Rogan.
Yeah, he'll agree with you.
Yeah. Joe Rogan.
Oh, there's article that I read, I don't remember who the singer is, but he said he's taking his shit off Spotify.
Neil Young?
Yeah, Neil
Yeah,
Young.
Neil Young.
He said he's taking his shit off Spotify if Joe Rogan, if the Joe Rogan podcast stays on Spotify.
Yeah, they took off Neil Young's music already.
Oh, good.
They just took us off in favor of Joe.
I think that's fucking stupid that he suggested that.
I don't know why he did that randomly, because, like, Joe's already getting paid millions. Why were they not... They're never going to side with you.
Mm-hmm.
Joe literally has this podcast. I think it's the most watched podcast in the world. Besides ours. Ours is the most watched in the universe.
There you go.
You know, when you see those views on the YouTube, it's just... The YouTube can't comprehend how many people are watching it. So when it says 34, it means, like, 34 trillion or something. Organisms are watching it. But, yeah, Joe Rogan's... Yeah, it made no sense. Neil Young's made some good music, though.
Well, yeah. Yeah, it's just him in his old age. He's not really there anymore.
He's not young anymore.
No,
he should probably change his name to Neil Old.
That's true. That's a good point. But he's not the brightest.
He's not the brightest tool in the shed.
I'll just give you that.
He was part of Buffalo Springfield. He made For What It's Worth, which kind of sucks because, like, that's, like, a good song. Everything else sucks, though. Come on, Neil Young. Come on.
Get better music.
Yeah. Now we have to listen to YouTube or Apple or anything else. Are you kidding me?
No, we don't even have to listen to him at all.
Well, I mean, we have to in order to live.
Well, what if we die?
Then we'll go to hell.
Makes sense to me.
It's the only way it works. I wonder if Neil, like, the last name Young is only appealing until you get old.
Vince Young?
Yeah. May
He's
rest
old.
in peace.
He's old now. Yeah, he's dead, sorry.
But
confused him for Steve Young.
Yeah. May he rest in Young.
Yep.
But yeah, having the last name Young or, like, old is, like, sucks. Because, like, Gary Oldman, everyone's like, you're old, man. And he was like, I'm a kid. And they're like, oh, yeah, little old guy. Oh, right here. You probably get bullied for it. What's the worst last name to, like, have?
Banky.
I don't know, it's just not good to name drop.
Alright.
It's an alright last name. I like it.
Really?
Yeah. I think there's a lot worse than that. I think it's decent. I think the worst are, like, if you have, like, a first name as your last name, then you can't really be trusted.
Oh, like Holden.
Yeah. Yeah, even though that's my first name, but...
Yeah, but it could be a last name.
Could be. It could be. It's a car company in Australia.
Yeah.
But... Yeah. Names. Names are weird. We give each other names. Do animals do that?
Well, they can't speak.
Well, they can in a way. Parrots can. But they don't, like, give each other, like, names or, like, ways. Like monkeys and stuff like that. They don't be like, you're that guy.
Well, the Monkees were a great band.
Brand?
I said brand, but I meant band.
They have made great chocolate candy. Yeah, the Monkey Business is a better band.
Really?
Yes, I love Monkey Business. Made a song called Boner. It's a great song. Yeah. Anyone that's wants good music, listen to Monkey Business.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Maybe.
I guess I'm not checking it out anymore.
Yeah. What else is on the schedule? There's a lot to be talked about. Do you like saltwater or freshwater?
I'm more of a freshwater kind of guy, just because it's good to drink. But
yeah, saltwater can suck. Cause what if you're like, you know, you need
a whirlpool?
Yeah, you need a drink or something. And you're like, whoa, a little salty. You
just say like 4 pretzels, you're like, whoa, and then you're like, water, and then is it salt water? And you're like, what the heck?
What kind of world is this? Imagine, yeah, you go to like a planet that's like Earth, but they don't need water to live. They need salt water. So like, I need water.
You just said the same thing. They don't need water to live. They just need water.
Well, salt in it too, so it's not just normal water. So you're like, I'm dying.
Well, how do you know that's
and you're like, water, and they give you salt water, and you're drinking it, and you're like, ah, And then they're like, why are you dying? Why are you dying?
Who are we to assume that salt water isn't normal, though? Like, most of the world's made up of salt water.
I'm saying if you go to a planet where you need to drink it to live. I'm not saying whether it's normal or not.
So, there's a planet out there that's made up of fresh water, 75% of fresh water, but that's disgusting.
And they don't give it to you, and you are dying.
Salt water.
Yeah.
Salt water's in
and you try to, like, drink the fresh water, but they're like, you're an animal! And they, like, tame you up, and they kill you. And then, like...
No laws there.
And then they, like, do a translate back to here, and they're like, you died. And then
like, translate? What is this, a video game? You died.
and the President of the United States is like, we will go to Earth's point 5 and destroy it. So they, like, send...
They heard the news?
Yeah, and then they send, like, their 3 best men, and they go...
The 3 best men, get this, are Neil Young, Gary Oldman, and John Stamos. They're all going up to space.
Joe Rogan drives them there. Neil Young's
he's
pissed.
the 4th best man.
Yeah, Neil Young's like, are you kidding me?
Yeah, Neil Young... He
refuses to play his music as long as Joe Rogan's in his presence.
Joe Rogan kicks him out of the car, and then he gets replaced by Timmy Turner.
Yeah, and Neil Young's like, damn it, for what it's worth.
And Timmy Turner's like, I'm just an average kid. And then, get this, John Stamos kicks him out of the car. Because he's like, I'm sick of this old nerd.
Yeah.
And then he gets Josh Peck, his good buddy, from up north.
Up north, yeah. Yeah, and then they go and destroy the planet. And it's a happy ending for...
You just explain the plot of A New Hope.
Everyone but the planet.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, half the plot.
A new Pope.
Alright.
Yeah.
And then Pope Francis is there at the time.
Oh, God. Keep your kids away from...
True.
Creepy
guy.
He is a creepy guy. Not a creep...
Not as creepy as Sean Penn.
Sean Penn.
Yeah.
It's weird with, like, old men. You either become, like, an endearing old guy...
Yeah.
Or you're, like, an absolute creep.
Yeah. Mark Hamill versus Sean Penn.
Sean Penn's way younger than Mark Hamill. Who would win?
Sorry, I meant, who's a creepy old guy?
Oh, Larry David. Larry David's not creepy, though. He's just funny.
He's a sweet
Larry
guy.
King.
Larry King. Stephen King. He's dead.
Stephen King? Stephen King?
Yeah.
Stephen King's not dead.
Yeah, he is.
You're thinking of Stephen Hawking.
No, I'm thinking of Stevie Wonder.
Yeah. Stevie Wonder died. His eyesight did.
No, you just said earlier that he's legally blind.
Yeah, that still means he's blind. Still means he can't see shit.
You looked up Stevie Wonder. I was hoping you would look up... I don't even remember what name I said. Stephen King.
He has a lot of kids. Holy crap.
Stephen King. Well, clearly he's not blind if he's producing that movie.
Well, yeah, he just had sex with that many women. He was just hoping a shot would make.
Just spraying all over.
Yeah. And then eventually someone sat on the toilet seat and got pregnant.
Elvis.
Yep. Oh, you ain't nothing but a toilet seat.
Now look up Stephen King, because I think he's dead.
Stephen King is not dead.
He's dead to me. Who am I thinking of?
Stephen Hawking!
No, I'm not thinking... I'm thinking of King.
He's alive.
There's another King that's dead.
Martin Luther King?
No!
Not Martin Luther King Jr.? What do you want from me?
Maybe I'm thinking of the King from the Cars movies.
Oh, that's, Paul Newman.
No, that's Butch Hartman.
No.
Sorry.
Butch Hartman.
Well, is it actually Paul Newman?
Yeah, it's Paul Newman.
That's beautiful.
Me and Grayson actually talked about it. You looked at it earlier. Butch Hartman. What the heck?
Why'd you actually look up Butch Hartman? That's the guy who made the Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't know what's on his images. He's a weirdo.
He actually is. He's had controversy recently for being weird.
Man is weird. Yeah. Whoa.
Well.
Why is everyone from Maine? Oh, he's from Michigan. Never mind.
Yeah, MI is Michigan. ME is Maine.
Oh, well, Hawking's from Maine, and Keen's from Maine, and he's from Highland Park. That's not looking too well, buddy.
Wait, who is it?
Butch Hartman.
Oh well, he doesn't look good ever.
He was he's
bilingual.
He was in Detroit. For most of his life.
I'm so sorry.
And now, his only education is Anchor Bay High School, which is closed.
It's closed. Probably. It's 3:30 in the morning.
It doesn't open until 7 a.m. on a Monday.
Oh yeah, the weekend's coming up.
Yeah, the weekend. Not for you guys.
Yeah, sorry, you're stuck in the middle of the week on Tuesday.
Yeah, jerks. Well, he named his kid iCarly.
No.
That's unoriginal.
Yeah, very unoriginal.
And another kid, Sophia's Choice. Sophie's Choice.
What's with Nickelodeon creators and being weirdos?
Yeah, Butch Hartman, Paul Newman, Don Rickles, Danny Phantom.
Hey, not Danny Phantom.
Paul Walker.
There you
Mark Fishbach.
Sean
McDermott.
Yeah, no.
And then Jacobwire.
That was pretty good. I couldn't remember his last name.
But yeah, all those people are living or dead.
That's what the world is. Living or dead people.
Sometimes.
Half dead.
Sometimes.
Half-Life 3.
Which should be coming out in a few years.
That's what you said 20 years ago!
In a cafe!
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even 20 years old.
You will be next month.
Yeah. Late next month. That's still a long way.
Stop saying you're young, because you're not. You're old.
No, I'm not. I'm young. I'm Neil Young.
Well, he's old.
No, he's younger than the average young man.
Who's the average young man?
He's
Young man.
about 5'7".
Well, that's not what I'm talking about.
That's the average young man right there.
Sarah Palin. I don't know why I said her name. That was random.
I'm in love with Sarah Palin.
Oh my god. The Alaskan bullworm?
Yeah, that's what they called her in bed.
Disgusting.
We used to always say, let's take her and move her somewhere else. Push!
That was with her third kid. Push!
But, yeah. Why their third kid? I feel like it'd be easier at this point, maybe.
No, it got harder because it got smaller.
What got smaller
in
particular?
Her earlobe.
Child was coming out of her earlobe? That would be painful.
Can you imagine? That would hurt.
Could you imagine?
No, I couldn't.
No.
Okay.
It's pretty hard to imagine. But yeah, this doesn't have to be a long episode at all, so we can wrap it up. But
wrap it up real quick.
Yeah, thanks for coming to the third episode.
Thank you.
I hope you guys hated it as much as we did.
One quick topic, real quick.
What?
That I kind of want to talk about. I've been thinking about it. I'm going to say something kind of controversial. I think I like Marvel more than DC.
Is that controversial?
No. Just in our friend group.
Oh. I personally like Dark Horse the most.
Dark Horse is good. I like Dark Horse too. I'm just talking about the main two.
Yeah, I don't know, maybe DC. I don't know, I kind of been out of the superhero game.
I've been watching the 5 good Marvel shows that they have, because there's only 5 good Marvel shows.
Yeah, they've been cranking them out a lot.
They're all really good.
I don't know, it's just weird, like how there's such an influx of superhero stuff. I do kind of wish there would be quality outside of that, because it's literally like
Quality
one of the few
Auschwitz.
things. Huh?
I was trying to do a Creed quote, but it came out as Auschwitz. That's my bad.
Wow. That was a tragedy, you know.
It was.
Why are you laughing?
I'm not laughing.
You're laughing?
Nope.
You laughed at a tragedy.
I'm being serious.
Where a lot of people
Can we
died.
get serious? Can we get real?
No.
Let's
get
serious.
That's why this is ending.
No, let's get serious.
It's already like a few minutes past.
Can you please
over.
get serious?
It's ending. It's over.
It's a tragedy.
Can
you please get serious?
This podcast
Let's get serious.
over.
Can we get serious?
This podcast is
Can
over.
we get real?
This podcast is done.